Namaste, I'm your Ravikrishna, an advocate and social activist. This video in continuation to my previous video which I made 7 months ago regarding Shankar Hills issue. 3 4 days back, an incident happened in Shankar Hills wherein two persons by name Jai Hind Reddy and LV Subba Reddy allegedly sent almost 200 antisocial elements early in the morning to vandalize and destroy the existing layout which was made in the year 1982 and 83 by a person by name N. Rangareddy. There are around 4,000 plot owners. The total extent of the land was 460 acres, in which the said Rangareddy has made a layout, and he is a GPA holder. He purchased the subject land from 28 farmers and made a layout and sold it to various people, including government and private employees. And the plot owners were in possession until the new passbook system has come into picture when NTR government was formed. The Patadar passbooks were issued to the farmers again, ignoring the existing registrations and the layout, just by following the entries of the revenue records, wherein the government was supposed to check whether the land was sold or plots were made or it is an agriculture type of land. They did not check anything, they did not update any record. Just because the GPA holder did not done mutation on his name, they went ahead with the names on the revenue entries, that is Pahanis or whatever you call, Arwar, Pahanis, whatever. So those based on those entries, the passbooks were issued. Once the passbooks got, the legal heirs of the original patidar started claiming that they did not get the amount, they did not sold it to anybody. So the plot owners had no option but to approach the court. They fought the case for almost 20 years with the legal heirs of the patidars. And finally in 2016, they paid 20 crore rupees through the court to settle the matter. And till the new Dharani has come into the picture, they were in possession. So the government of Telangana has amended Revenue Act and introduced new system called Dharani by shutting down entire registration process for 100 days in the entire Telangana state. They introduced a miracle called Dharani. So after Dharani, again passbooks were issued on the name of legal heirs of the original patidars, ignoring the registrations, ignoring the settlement done in the court and title of the landlords, the plot owners. Plot owners actually properly paid registration fee and got it transferred as per the Transfer of Property Act, as per the Registration Act. So they are the title holders. Ignoring all those registration process and registered documents, again passbooks were issued. Even Raitu Bandhu was paid. In fact, they never did any farming on that. It is all plots, non-agriculture land. There is a panchayat approved, that is a panchayat approved layout. Until 2008, we have panchayats only. Until HMDA came into the picture. So all these these once they got the new Dharani passbooks, the legal heirs of the patidars again sold it to somebody else, and the buyers of the same were aware that these Jai Hind Reddy or LV Subba Reddy, they are all very well aware that there are existing plots and layout was there, and there was a dispute previously in the court. Everything they knew. By knowing that, they purchased it by paying nominal amount to them, saying that they will settle the matter with the plot owners, and they started offering 150 square yards in place of 500 square yards plot owner, and they were forcing them to surrender their rights, for which they did not agree. So they started using the force now, with the influence of police, political, money and all whatnot. So they are trying to grab the land. It is very clear. We are in a civilized society. When 200 people forcefully entering into a private land, all of a sudden, where is the fear of law? Because they are thinking that they can get away, and they have got away. And police in reverse, they are harassing the workers who are working on behalf of the plot owners, who are correcting their venture, who are fixing the boundaries of the plots. They were picked up instead of the persons who came to attack and vandalize the entire site, damaged it, and even tried attacking the plot owners. Finally, FIR was registered because there are almost 2,000 calls were made nearly to the 100 dial 100 number. So they had no option but to register a case. FIR 1214 of 2023 registered at Gachibowli PS. However, what action taken? This is a fit case for PD Act against said Jai Hind Reddy or LV Subba Reddy, if they are really involved in this, or if the people who came there are their men. Which is very much evident because it is the plot owners who are saying that they are the people who sent those gundas to their site. So what is the police doing? What is the district administration doing? What is the state administration doing? Where is the law and order? And this is not a single first incident. Previously I explained regarding this venture. This venture was laid in 82 to 83 and the venture is in 460 acres. 3,328 plots were sold to various people. They were in possession, they were enjoying the peaceful possession until the new passbooks issued, Patadar passbooks issued during NTR regime. After that, again they got into litigation with the legal heirs of them. Again the issue started when the Dharani came into the picture, where the legal heirs again got the passbooks. Taking advantage of that, because the land prices have increased, now an acre is equal to 100 crores in the said area. Therefore, these people just paid 1.5 crore to the legal heirs. They will, and stating that they will settle the matter with the landlords and get into development. See the level of confidence that the government has given. Is it really a democratically elected government or a real estate mafia? Because this is not one incident. I can give you 100 examples in Telangana. Everywhere it is same. One such example is Medchal Malkajgiri district, Kisara village, survey number 368 to 395, almost 245 acres, in which 2,000 plots were made and sold to various people. Same modus operandi here. In 82-83, few people purchased through GPA from the landlords. The originally land belongs to some persons called Ragi family. So they sold it. The GPA holders purchased from them and laid a venture and sold all the plots. So even one of the GPA income tax department has raided one of the GPA holder and seized plots, 863 plots, out of which 160 plots were sold by the income tax department itself for the recovery of the money. And even Panchayat has given approval for the construction of the houses. Ignoring all this, in 1997, MRO Gandipet issued passbooks in favor of the legal heirs of the original Patelars. Taking advantage of that, the Patadars have sold to some powerful real estate brokers. I say brokers or investors or the real estate businessmen, whatever you call. They think that they can do anything, any miracles, they can settle anybody. So they purchase the plots, and the said landlords, the plot owners have approached court. They got the injunction orders as well to restraining the original landlords from interfering with the possession. And also there is a criminal case filed in the year that is exactly in 2009. Again, there is a criminal case registered at filed at criminal complaint, I don't say case, criminal complaint filed in 2009 with Kisara police station. However, the FIR was not registered up to 2016 until the court ordered to do so. Otherwise, the police clearly said it is a civil matter and closed it. Because buyer and seller should be aware what they are buying. Seller knows that the property was already sold, and buyer knows that there is an existing venture, and even income tax department has auctioned the plots. 160 plots sold by the income tax department itself, a government agency. It is recognized, and even Panchayat has given approval for the plots, house constructions. Despite ignoring all this, based on the passbooks were issued just based on the revenue entries here, ignoring the existing registrations. So, from 40 years, all these plot owners, almost 6,000 as of now, in two ventures, if you calculate 4,000 here and 2,000 there, 2,000, 6,000 families have been suffering from 40 years, where the government could have rectified it by using revisionary powers. The errors committed by their subordinates, be it MRO, collector, joint collector, HMDA, or whoever. HMDA in this particular Anand Nagar layout case, the HMDA has issued layout permission to the new purchasers, ignoring objection of the plot owners. HMDA does not verify any title. I can give you 101 example. The very purpose of HMDA was brought in for the very purpose of planned urbanization. Is this called planned urbanization? Without verifying the issue, tomorrow I go and occupy a national highway and say that this is my plot and give survey number, you give layout approval. Is that what you are there for? What kind of institution is this? Just because of the lack of coordination between revenue department and the stamps and registration department, why people should suffer? The people who purchased plots legally by paying the taxes to the government, and as per the Registration Act, once a property is transferred by registering, by paying the tax to the government, he is a legally owner, and the seller who already sold, he's relinquished his rights. In what way the passbook confers title? If passbook is the title, if passbook is the only one which confers title, what is the purpose of registration? In earlier case, if you take, the stamps and registration department was the only one who used to register either agriculture or non-agriculture. Now, after introduction of the Dharani, it was divided into two parts. Plots, non-agriculture lands will be registered by the SRO, sub-register, and MRO will register only agriculture lands. Tahsildar cum joint sub-register is the name was given. So, if there is no coordination between these two, how would MRO know there is an existing layout, there is an existing venture? Who is responsible for this error and why the plot owner should suffer? There are hundreds of incidents. Even I can tell you in Aminpur, wherein one person called Narayan Rao, he laid a venture in government and private lands, together almost 1400 acres. 12 to 1400 acres approximately, out of which 455 acres was the government land. In 2007, the government took over and issued GO number 1007 of 2007, I guess, if I am not wrong, blocking all the plots in Narayan Rao layouts of Patancheru, Tellapur and Aminpur together. Out of 455 acres of government land, 245 acres in Aminpur itself, wherein the land which is supposed to be in DRO custody as per the Honorable High Court orders in the 2014 or House Committee report, the land 455 acres, it is almost occupied now. They again issued passbooks in the name of the original assignees, and assignees entered into agreement with some influential developers. They managed the revenue, Panchayati Raj, Municipal, HMDA, everybody. They laid a venture and built the houses and sold it. To cite an example, in Aminpur itself, there is a venture called Santan Green Park that was laid in 18 acres by occupying one of the flood water nala as well, buffer zone of the flood water nala. All the lands, 18 acres, falls under assigned lands, except one or two survey numbers. 355 villas sold by colluding with the revenue and municipal Panchayati Raj and HMDA officials. Each villa was sold for 1.5 crores. That amounts to more than 500 crores fraud. The amount was supposed to be going to the government, wherein the private persons have looted. And with that money, they are using influence and suppressing the voice of people like us. So finally, I wanted to say to the government is only one thing. Once a land is sold, the seller will lose his rights as per the law. It is a settled law. Even Apex Court has said in multiple cases, mere revenue entries does not confer any title, and subsequent sale deeds have no validity in the eyes of law. There is one more example in Aminpur itself, wherein survey number 1018, which is part of Narendra layout, there is an existing layout. Ignoring that layout, HMDA has given again permission on that layout, and even despite the Honorable High Court orders and the District Court orders, the builder built the houses and sold it off, and they occupied it now. The original plot owners who purchased from the Narendra are still roaming around pillar to post to get the justice, which is highly impossible now. See, this is what we achieved in Telangana. A small one more statement I would like to give here. When the Telangana government was formed, initially first statement from the KCR was, I will regularize plots, anybody who occupied government land to an extent of 100 and 200 square yards with a free of cost, and 200 and more with some minimal charges. Taking advantage of that, local leaders, sarpanch, ruling party leaders, everybody colluded together, divided acres of land into small pieces of plots, made number of colonies. In Aminpur itself, I can say there are number of colonies made like that by dividing agriculture lands, government lands and government assigned lands both into small pieces and given on their followers' name and sold it to many people. Now regularized it with 5859 GO. This is the modus operandi. This is another issue I am including in this. See the kind of corruption and maladministration happening from 2014 to 2024. If this government continues like this, people will be left with no public asset. This is very clear. I humbly request the Governor of Telangana and also Chief Secretary and also the CM and also Municipal Administration Minister, who is a minister for all portfolios, in fact, official minister for all, though there are ministers, but only he speaks on behalf of everybody, he acts on behalf of everybody, he has the control of everything that we can see. So I request you all to provide justice to at least these 6,000 families who have been struggling from 40 years to get the justice. Without there any mistake, second passbooks issued, whatever second layouts are done, second sale deeds, everything should be cancelled and handed over the possession to the original plot owners who purchased in the year 82 to 86 in both the layouts. Thank you.